I initially came to SCAD for computer art. I was really into computers. They had a great program, and so that's just where I wanted to go. I was fortunate enough to have a roommate that was extremely talented at computer art. He was so far beyond me that I realized I didn't have any chance of being an animator, so I just stuck with a pencil and went with the traditional stuff. I signed up for painting because I was interested in the theoretical aspects, the history of painting, and being a part of that long lineage. It's the brotherhood of painters. It's a family more than anything else. I'm one of six, the youngest of six. I grew up after I think my family had already made their own families, so the artist family became that for me. I learned to paint from painting self-portraiture, reckoning with learning to see what I was producing in the mirror. Why so many? I mean, at some point it became a conceptual thing, a background for other information to be communicated, using the self as a means for intersubjective communication. You know, people see a face in a painting and they can relate to that. Maybe some of my work people notice themselves. When I look at the great self-portraits, I think about myself, which I assume maybe people do. Maybe I'm a total narcissist in that respect, I don't know, but you know, I think about what their life was like, and I compare that with mine, so I try to empathize in that way. I have a hard time with a favorite anything. I don't really have a favorite artist, favorite painter, favorite painting, or movie, or anything. You know, at this point in a conversation, what people generally like to hear is, you know, oh, I have my Q list of artists that I'm influenced by, and my work, you know, is influenced by this. I think that standard dialogue usually takes place as a means of citational grafting. They're meaning to graft their practice onto their own in some way, and you know, I just I bounce around too much, and I don't think I pick that much from any one place. I'm no snob, you know, at all. I will listen to anything, I will read anything, and watch anything, and I'll probably like it. When I say I'm not too heavily influenced by anything, I think maybe the problem is that, you know, I like too many different things. I'm always looking at a computer screen. I paint from the computer screen most of the time. This work is inspired by the spinning beach ball of death. There's 50 of them, and it goes through the whole visual spectrum in terms of a hue shift. It's being stuck, processing. It's about not knowing what to paint. The fact that there's 50 of these things is definitely inspired by absurdist literature and things like that, talking about, you know, all this, you know, society need for, you know, overproduction. I'm always thinking about the space. Branching out into the third dimension is just another way to affect that space for a viewer. My favorite thing about making stuff is learning how to do it. It's the learning part that interests me most. That's the most fun.